Hi Ian, so this is your next lesson. So we're looking at the setup firstly. On the left, this is you before. So certainly a much better shaft lean, getting the shaft leaning forwards, which is great, as you can see here. But your head and your torso is quite a bit too far forwards as well. So what we did from there was we got the feeling of the handle going forwards but not quite as much, and then we felt like the left chest, okay, and the head were moving back a little bit more, and that makes you much more centered and ready to hit the ball. Okay, then from having a good setup and getting your shoulders aligned better and tilting back a little bit more, we then looked at your plane, which is the direction of the shaft around your body. So on the left hand side here, this is you swinging. Okay, and one of the key things here, we want to see the shaft mirror this line that I've drawn. Okay. As yours goes back, you use your wrists and you end up picking up far too steep, and the club ends up pointing down between your legs, okay, and the ball, which is what we call off plane or under the plane, which means you've got a lot of work to do then to return that back to the ball in a nice circular motion. So on the right hand side here, this is the drill that we've done to try and help you improve that. We put a stick there so that you could see the angle, and now you can see that pointing towards the ball. Okay, and what we want to see here when you stop and pause is that your hands are covering your right shoulder to be in the correct plane, and that the shaft is pointing down towards the ball when you're looking in a mirror. Following on from this, we then did the circle drill, or you might call it the baseball drill, where you put the club out in front of you, and we just made a nice circular arc around your body, and you got a feeling of how the club should move around. So this was your final swing, and what we saw here is you actually get the club on a much better shaft having done a plane, having done them drills. However, you then tend to go a little bit too far. So the key focus for today was to get a better setup, get the sternum back a little bit more, then to do the drills to try and get the swing arcing back around the body a little bit more, and then finally to shorten the swing a little bit so that we can maintain that good position. So as you watch this swing here, you get in a very good position that mirrors that line, and then you go a bit too far and just move the club completely offline as you swing through. There. Okay. So actually, if we go back a few frames, so here, that's actually a spot-on position there. That's great. A nice full-length swing, and that's all really you need to swing to. After that position, you're just moving the club and your arms out of position and not really gaining any advantage except making the club chop down on the ball a little bit more. Okay. So this position here, as you're coming back, much better. Look at that on the line, and then just mirroring that to a three-quarter position. That's great, and we'll be very happy with that position there. Your left arm across your chest, across your right shoulder. Okay, and the club and plane. Just try and shorten that backswing.